And like so, it's like the pork shoulder's got the shoulder blade, and it's the only bone. And when you smoke this shit for 13 hours, when you let it sit, and you go and you can just grab that bone and just pull it out.
He just conquers the bone.
Yeah, and you fucking shove it up my ass. BONE-apetite!
Boned.
Oh, God. That's it. Under the way he said it, BONE-apetite. Holy fuck.
Fucker.
The Shug, Shane Hollister. Logan, Ineichen. Lyndon, Ehlers. Wrastlin with music and life for life.
This is Wrastlin with Music and Life, episode 19. Oh, wait, that's not a song. 19.
I don't think so.
I'm 19 and nobody cares.
You're more than an adult now, and you're not fun. Anyway, 19.
Not even old enough to drink.
Yeah. I want to say this, though. We made it to 19, man.
Yeah.
Each episode, I have to say that, I think, now. No, I'm just kidding. That's just a joke to me.
I think
we made it to the next episode.
I was going to say, once we got double digits, I was like, all right, we're good.
Right.
Once we hit 20, it'll just be time to leave it alone.
Oh, man.
until we get to another 10 and so on.
Right.
Yeah. Before we begin this fucker, I want to say like and subscribe, because I never do. Maybe a few episodes I have. Like and subscribe and comment below. And join the Patreon. We got a Patreon, man. And we got extra hours. For the patrons now,
Yep.
I want to say I'm working as diligently as possible to get the last few hours of the last two episodes. Like I said, I started working full time, and it's hard as shit, man. So anyway, we'll get those out to you, and I'm sure we'll have some more extra shit on this one as well. Today, I got a request, and again, keep the requests coming. Keep the instant message or DM or whatever you want to call it coming to me. I don't know who you are, but you said, hey, do some top fives, you know? What was that?
He offered me an edible, and I'm like, dude, I will be the most antisocial person you've ever met in your life. I get lost in my own fucking brain when that happens. Like, Logan would be talking to me, I'd just be like, what'd you say?
I ate two before I left the house.
Holy fuck, dude.
Edible champion. He owns the store Edible Arrangements. Anyway, I don't know. I thought that joke was good in my head. So, I got a request for top fives, and I was like, I mean, that actually isn't something we've done. But then I thought about it, and me and you did our top five quick.
We did the wrestling one.
Wrestlers,
dude, that's on the top of my head anyways, realistically, yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, man, we're under the gun with that one. I
we kind of
had to think about that. I was like, we'll just do that some other time, too. We'll just talk more about music, because, like, all the last episode, other than, the origins and stuff, was like,
a lot of wrestling, yeah.
So, anyway, I think we should do, first, it was suggested to do albums of all time. It's like, God. Holy shit, do we call them albums anymore?
Well, yeah, yes, absolutely. I still call them albums. I mean, you're not going to call them CDs, are you? Because fucking right now.
Oh, they were CDs for me.
Honestly, like, those are almost becoming obsolete kind of in a way.
Right.
But they never will, because there are people who are weird about streaming anything, or even because one day they could just be like, well, fuck you, it's gone. And I literally have no physical copies of any music besides have an Anthrax CD and a Pit Lord CD. Those are the only CDs I have right now.
I can tell you it's just like cassettes. Like, cassettes never really went away.
Right.
I mean, they've continued to make cassettes, just that they weren't really like printing like big releases on cassette. Like they're printing like huge releases on vinyl again, and have been for the last 5 or 6 years.
Which is fucking cool.
That is
yes, awesome. But kind of not, because I mean there was this huge shortage of, like, I guess the wax or the materials to do it, because and I have read this thing that it was hugely blamed on the new Taylor Swift album because they pressed like 2 fucking million of them.
Holy
Where like
fuck.
a band like Pit Lord or like, you know, other smaller bands that we like listen to, typically like something like Meshuggah, they're going to do 1,000 of like a certain variant. Like there's 10,000 records in total.
I saw the new album, the record, literally the record at Disc Replay.
Right.
Like I was like, holy shit.
Right. And that's Meshuggah, and they're only pressing like 10,000.
Right.
And then you have, you know, smaller bands that are at, you know, you average like 200, you know, for either one variant or like a few hundred of one, a few hundred another, whatever. So it's not even close, not even like 500 for some of these
fucking
bands.
million. No
2
wonder.
fucking million.
No fucking wonder.
I don't even know if that number's right, but it's like, it was
wouldn't
in the
surprise
millions.
me. It wouldn't surprise me.
Right. So, okay, so all the way back to like cassettes. Now that could happen to cassettes again. So the new Meshuggah was put on cassette.
Yeah.
Like now every band that has a big release is putting it on cassette as well. But I haven't seen any. I mean, we had cassettes made. It didn't matter. Our records are being made same time. So that's all kind of back to normal. But yeah, so like there was this huge thing where like Jack White was telling all the big record companies, you need to open your own fucking pressing plants.
Yeah.
Because you're taking all this opportunity away from like smaller bands that want to do this and are more likely to sell vinyl.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like I don't know. I don't know how you would compare that, but because who's buying the new Taylor Swift record on vinyl, really?
Yeah.
Like anybody? Well, yeah, I mean, I assume probably,
but that
a lot of
sometimes
it probably went to stores.
But again, there's
consider that.
They go to stores, but then again, like you are setting yourself up. Like if for some reason that album bombs, just say
right
now you just fucking wasted so much material.
So this is her new album? I thought it was just like a back catalog.
No, it was the most recent one.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I'm like 98% sure it was the newest one. Because why would they? I don't think they'd press a bunch of like Taylor Swift B-sides. Yeah, it's gonna sell. But so but cassettes never went away. CDs are still, dude. Like I still buy CDs.
I'm at the point now, like my buddy Zach, and that I was watching that Joe Bob Briggs last drive-in.
Yeah.
He's talking about how there's certain movies that once they're done printing those, they're never going to fucking print them again, and then you'll never find them besides the people who actually own that physical fucking copy.
That's why VHS is so huge.
Yeah.
Like there are even bands that are doing VHS tapes.
That's fucking awesome.
Frozen Soul I think they did a live show and they had VHS tapes made, and they were like
so
dope,
fucking
like
cool.
see-through, like blue, just like cassette tapes.
That's fucking cool.
So that shit's still around. I don't have any doubt physical music, because I know people that will not stream at all.
My buddy Zach refuses to do it. He won't stream shows, movies, nothing. He won't.
Craziness. I think it's crazy all the way around. Like listen to stuff, but I get it. Also,
he rather go out.
Physical.
He rather go out and he wants the physical copy of fucking everything that he listens to. So if he listens to a band, he's buying their albums and stuff, and like it's that to me. That's pretty. And like when he broke it down like that, I'm like, Spotify could just fuck me one day. Like, well, we're done. Yeah. And I have no fucking music. Like I have no physical copies of music anymore.
You know what I compare that. The way I think about it though is like as a musician, as somebody who's like my main goal is for as many people to hear it as possible, even if it is very niche and you know, it's like I want it to be available. I want you to be able to stumble upon it, right? And like it would be punk as fuck to completely keep your band off digital, right? And then only like you can only hear this band if you have the record or the tape or whatever. Sweet, awesome. But like don't expect
which is literally what happened, you know, with underground music.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that stuff is being as soon as somebody discovers it now, it's digitized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, that's like. But I agree with the fact that like
what I was going to compare it to. Sorry. Yeah. What I was going to compare it to is imagine if you didn't make any merch, you didn't have anything with your face on it, and there was no video ever of you wrestling.
Yeah.
Right.
What kind of fucking sense does that make today?
Right.
Unless you were like somehow working it, like if you wanted to be successful, if you wanted to do something that really like mattered within like that art style, why would you purposely limit yourself for the sake of, credit?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's silly.
I agree 100%. I mean, the thing about Spotify is sometimes like you'll play like a song radio and then you'll stumble upon stuff you've never fucking heard in your life.
That just happened to me yesterday.
Yeah.
That's how I found that Wild Run shit.
Yeah,
dude, blew my mind.
Dude, and that's like my favorite thing about this. Like, it's like, all right, so you'll take one song you love, it's like song radio, and they'll have this fucking playlist, and I just hit it shuffle, and then I'm just like, I don't know if I feel this one skip, and then all of a sudden, bam, you hear this fucking song. I'm like, dude, that is so fucking good.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, it's like,
what is that? What is this? And then the person whose Spotify it is, I don't know what it is.
Right.
You're fucking looking it up. You're like, oh shit, it's got this dude. That's like my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not possible.
No.
Unless like, you've got some old fucking homeless man with a box of records and he hands it to you.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, it's just that's ridiculous. But like, I don't know, man. I get it, but I wouldn't want to do it, and I wouldn't want to listen to music just like that.
Another thing that Zach does is like, because he doesn't do the streaming thing, he'll go to random shows because he just loves metal music and music in general. So he's like, he just goes to shows and he fucking finds these bands like, like Rig Time. He fucking loves Rig Time. And like I went with him because I remember we were talking about him, and I went with them and I got a pair of shorts and a fucking shirt, and no joke, they were playing fucking wrestling on a VHS fucking TV the whole fucking time. It was great. It was awesome. They gave me a free sticker and everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, again, physical things. Obviously, making a card for this show I thought was stupid while I was doing it.
I hand them out at fucking wrestling shows, dude.
Yeah, and that was the idea.
I really do.
Throw them in with people's merch.
It was really seeing Landers' booth little.
See, that's where I'm fucking up because I need to up my merch game like a motherfucker because
Doesn't even have to be
I'm
a
going to
big
tell you right
table,
now.
man.
I'm going to tell you right now. You don't. In the independent level, unless you're a fucking star, you're not making money off the wrestling.
Right.
You need to fucking...
You know what?
You need to be a fucking, like, a carny and sell your shit like a
you're
motherfucker.
An independent contractor, technically.
Yeah.
And Sherwood was like, when we were in Denver talking to him about merch and stuff, he just kept saying it. He's like, I always say, always be setting up merch.
Yeah.
That's all I'd say. And his daughter is like 8 years old. She says, she goes, "Yep, I always be setting up merch." It's like, oh my God, we're playing
awesome.
But
that's awesome.
I've seen bands do it to where, and I want to do this and fucking have like tote bags printed with like your name or your face, right?
Yeah.
And then when people do buy merch, you have things like the cards, you have like flyers, you have things to just throw in with all that, and they have it.
Right.
They're not like stick it in their pockets. Like, well, where am I going to put all this?
That's fucking genius, dude.
You can get fucking tote bags printed cheap as fuck, and they're super shitty, but they're canvas. And then people take those and they don't throw them away.
No, because they'll reuse them when they go to another show.
It, or it'll just hang in their house, but it's like a poster that you can use, and then you can throw all that extra shit in there.
I was going to say, every time we've ever gone to like WrestleMania, that's what they do. They give you a tote bag.
Yep.
And I was always like, man, that's fucking ingenious because... Like, I think Alicia still uses the one that she got. You know what I mean?
That's fucking great.
I've seen it. There's a band I think they're from Indiana, a band called Handsome Prick. They did that at one of the first Cannibal Cookout. They had purple tote bags with their logos in it.
What a name.
And then when
what a name.
Oh, they're huge wrestling fan. He has he has a podcast called Juice Pro Wrestling. Justin.
Shouts out to Juicer.
Oh, dude, we need to bring him on and fucking, we'll talk wrestling, we'll talk music.
Dude, Handsome Prick is crazy.
Yeah?
They're like one of the wildest, like it's like grind, but that's Handsome Prick. Just check out Handsome Prick.
Awesome. I like the name already.
They were really fucking smart about how they did it, and they've been doing it a while. So I was like,
well, speaking of the most handsome prick in pro wrestling that's ever existed, Vince McMahon, you retired?
Oh my God! Right? Hang on. There's a lot of allegations behind this.
Okay,
but
I don't want to change the subject so much, but that's pretty fucking huge.
Whatever.
Yeah, it is huge.
I don't even know anything about this other than that I seen the news.
Yeah. Okay. The hush money he'd been giving to certain people to get certain things done.
Well, don't tell the story between him and me.
You know.
I'm obviously that's who's fueling this podcast.
Yeah.
If you suck Vince McMahon's dick, don't expect people to not talk about it, especially when you tell them the story.
Right. I'll be like Vince.
Well,
did I do a good job?
oh my God. Yeah, the blow job. He can't hold the mic up to his face.
While we were listening to Bro Job, I gave him a blow job.
Oh
anyway,
my God.
I imagine that whole thing in like shitty,
also,
like N64 graphics. No mercy.
when you bump into each other, the whole flex thing.
Yeah. Fuck you, Chris Benoit. I'm glad you're dead.
Oh my God.
He beat me in the blood match every single time. That fucking piece of shit.
Damn.
Got what he deserved.
But all right, so well, here's another fucking thing about wrestling right now. It's all of a sudden that happened, and guess what? PG era is fucking done.
Yeah, I heard they're PG-14 soon.
Well, it's like TV 14, which is like it's a step up, and I think eventually, we might get another fucking Attitude Era.
Dude, I'm telling you, let's skip over that and have wrestling get problematic as fuck. And you have like a KKK.
God.
Oh, dude,
Jesus.
No. Dude,
it's already happened.
It's already they're back in the 70s and 80s. Roddy Piper got away with wearing a shirt that says "White is right." In Mexico.
I want it to happen today.
Okay, well they died. They would literally get killed.
Stephanie McMahon, if you're listening, make a racist character.
No, don't do it. He'll be dead. Or make it a chick. She'll get away with it because nobody will kill a white woman.
And you can have an Antifa character, and then that's the fucking there. I'm booking something right now.
Here we go. Lyndon's booking the territory.
It already happened. It was called Right to Censor. That was Antifa.
But they pretty much were actually,
Yes, that was basically Antifa.
Shield was dressed like Antifa. Did you ever think about that?
Yeah,
think about that?
I thought about it. I thought it was fucking.
They look like straight up Antifa members.
I thought it was.
But that was before. They were before.
I know.
Right.
So Antifa blatantly just stole, their shit.
Okay, so we've got the racism covered. Then we need a really, really, really inappropriate Asian character. Like, dude, he uses chopsticks and stuff.
Oh my God,
bad.
just
like
fucking,
the whole joke is
just
that
stereotypical as
the
fuck.
worst Asian look.
Bad driver, can't even make it to the venue without 5 accidents.
Oh, man. He doesn't make it to WrestleMania. He gets racially profiled by a cop. He gets racially profiled by a cop, and they don't let him into the arena.
Oh my God!
And that's his WrestleMania. This would be. Dude. If fucking wrestling hits this point, I will 100% be back in. I'll go to Hooters.
What you're describing,
and I'll fucking watch WrestleMania.
What you're describing is Jerry Springer.
And there's like a burning cross in the middle of the ring.
It literally happened.
Literally on Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer went on.
Dude, he would have whole families who were fucking.
At the time.
Yeah, but Jerry Springer would have whole families that were racist as fuck on stage.
That was early Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
When shit, and then it just got to be demented sex shit. And that's whatever.
And Montel had to keep up, so he got crazy.
Ricky Lake.
Yeah.
Maury. And then Maury kept it going.
Yeah, he really did.
Maury was fucking blue pilled the shit out of his dick. And just kept that fucking daytime boner going.
Top 5 racists of all time. I'm going to say Lyndon is number 1.
Oh, man.
What we were trying to do was get to the top 5. I don't know how I transitioned.
Somehow, this is where we landed.
Let's get back on track then.
And honestly, this is what we do. This is wrestling.
Oh, yeah, you brought up fucking Vince retiring, and then we just on a fucking tangent.
Well, what else is there to say about it?
News.
Well, there's more to it.
News to that.
I think.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I think this is going to sound like. I'm going to sound like an asshole, but again, we're adults now. We grown up. Vince is 77 years old. He's out of fucking touch. Like, that's why the stories have sucked. The writing is fucking sucked because one writer still has to go through Vince for it to go through.
So I was just going to ask, it has to filter all through him?
Yes, it still does.
Yeah,
and that's why
he's a man.
That's why the fucking stories have sucked. Like, a lot of WWE television has sucked ass. And Triple H was changing it with the NXT, and then they cut all those fucking dudes, and that was NXT was doing better business than Raw and SmackDown. Vince didn't like that,
which makes sense. I mean,
because they had the best fucking wrestlers.
Yeah,
and then I mean, don't get me wrong. They bumped up a lot of the best wrestlers onto fucking Raw and SmackDown and shit like that. Like, Colby's obviously one of the very fucking best professional wrestlers in the fucking world. That's hands down, not even a doubt. Edge has said it. Like or Cody Rhodes has said it. Like, he's literally one of the best in the fucking world right now. So, like,
he's literally he's wrestled everybody at every level. So the people controlling the independents, he's wrestled.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, top names.
People that are in AEW, he's wrestled probably. So that's, I'm just saying, like, that's why he, in my opinion, is probably the best, because the best that ever was, like Ric Flair and them, they literally wrestled around the whole world.
That's why,
in, like, fucking Africa.
That's why Steve Austin said that.
Crazy.
That's why Steve Austin said that Ric Flair is the best world traveling champion of all time.
Literally, like, he literally wrestled everywhere.
Yeah,
constantly in Japan, you know, and that was like a weird thing.
Defending the NWA Heavyweight Championship all over the fucking world.
And again, we can talk about that for days. We talked a little bit about that, but I will say, though, straight up, it's big news because Vince McMahon, like you said, was a gatekeeper is the best way to say it. Not a gate creeper, pun intended, but gatekeeper. And he basically made it to where certain people get the push. And then he destroyed that, in my opinion, and made it to where no one gets a push.
Right.
Because if you're bigger than the WWE, you're bigger than me. And now...
Yeah, ego.
Think about this, Shug. Someone like the Shug, the character, especially if it's PG-14, comes into the fray.
And all those lyrics...
Unintended, he comes into the fray
coming all over.
And you just constantly talk shit about Fozzy.
Yes.
And
then I'll be like,
why
Chris
the
Jericho's,
fuck would you name a band Fozzy?
Chris Jericho's not the... Well, first off, it started off as a joke, and then it became like...
Let me gimmick this.
I don't know anything about bands that start out like jokes.
Let me gimmick this. I'm going to gimmick this. So fucking... He obviously is talking shit about Fozzy, you know, and Shug is telling him...
I would fuck Chris Jericho up.
I will...
You want a piece?
Let me make your day, brother, because you're Fozzy and you're ugly. Anyway, and you go, hey, whatever, but then he gimmicks you, and he literally shows a video of you singing his dumbass song you love so much.
Dude, I love the fact... All right, listen. I love the fact that he comes out to his own song, and the entire fucking crowd, when the song stops, still keeps singing the fucking chorus. Nobody in this fucking wrestling business has ever fucking done that.
Shawn Michaels, HBK.
Yeah,
I think I'm cute.
Yeah, but nobody keeps... the song doesn't stop.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Yeah.
He didn't write it.
And the song doesn't stop, and the crowd keeps fucking singing it. That is a fucking different
I've been
animal.
trying to do this for you for how many years?
Right.
But anyway.
Where does the cum go? It's my entrance song.
You can use, I'm telling you. There's a few
Oh, where does the cum go? Oh.
He still remembers it, and that's good. Fuck, you just jogged my memory. All right, let's do top 5.
All right, here we go.
What are we
now
doing top 5 of? I got to pee first.
All right, hold on.
Brother. And again, I'll keep going with that situation we were just talking about, because it hits home. I think it does, because, Shug, the gatekeeper is the biggest man ever. Vince McMahon is literally huge as fuck. And I think that this, you said ego, and you're right. Ego waffles for sure.
Oh, dude.
Pun intended. But I think what it is he's saying to himself, if I'm bigger than him, it's not real. You see what I'm saying? Even though all fighters now are like fucking not even that big.
I'll tell you right now.
They will fuck you up in like 5 seconds.
A 155-pound fucking fighter would kick Colby's fucking ass.
Yeah, his name's Patty Pimblett.
Would beat the fuck out of him.
Patty the Batty. Dude, I seen it this Saturday. Somebody who has it. Literally. Gave me goosebumps.
Yeah?
Patty the Batty Pimblett.
What a fucking name, bro.
I'm getting goosebumps right now. And then Meatball Megan McCanney. They're from the same area. They're Irish, so another Conor McGregor. And it was UFC whatever fight night. And I'm watching it, and I'm going, holy shit. The crowd is UK, so their backyard. And the crowd just goes, oh, Patty the Batty. Oh,
that's
and
fucking cool.
So loud, though.
That is fucking cool.
So loud. I was watching it on TV, and I go, fuck, this guy's got it. And he's got the face, brother. You know what he looks like?
What?
Owen fucking Hart.
Does he really?
Exactly. Looks like Owen Hart.
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
You got to check this dude out. And if you're a fucking pro wrestler right now and you're in the WWE, wink, Colbster, put over Patty Pimblett and fucking have him come to the ring, dude. He's gonna just destroy
the fact that's
he's
like one of
Conor McGregor.
Things like that, where like fans in other countries will just keep fucking going with stuff like that, and the way they chant sometimes. Like in the UK, for example, they have different chants that they do, and it's loud as fuck. And I was like, dude, I hope one day I get the opportunity to fucking wrestle in the UK.
I mean, I assume they're doing that because of the doon, 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 doon.
Yeah, and then it goes with this song.
I don't even know what that band is. I know what that is.
What was that?
White Stripes.
Yeah, I was going to say, he was just talking about.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck it. Anyway, I listen to too much metal. I'm sorry.
Vince McMahon, out of touch.
I ain't writing for an entire company.
Oh my god. But when
I write for the Shug and the Shug only.
All right, sorry, I had to pee. We can get back.
Good,
we can get back to what.
And again, we're transitioning. Top 5 albums. And now again,
albums.
In total,
tough. This is really.
I thought you wanted to do like what we were listening to recently.
So we're going to do that too. But I think, like, again, if you actually want to do that, I have that written down.
That's fine. We can do it all. I don't care.
New current listening is what I put. I'll start it. So just for doesn't have to be because
I can. That's easy for me.
Oh, that's me too.
Easy,
like current listening, current
Spotify. Like
it's just exactly what I just did.
All right. So for me. Zenith Passage Synaptic Deprivation is just a EP1 song.
That was just fucking one title. Like, that was the whole. I thought I was like, dude, how many titles did you just read off right there? It was just fucking one.
It's just that single.
That single
right now. Oh, it's a single?
It's
God
like
damn.
constantly played when I'm in the gym.
Have you heard the... No, sorry.
Yeah, the other one?
Yeah.
The other one, I can't remember. Something Deprivation. No, I already said that. Anyway, Along Afterward, I don't even know what it means, and I don't think they do either, because I've seen several interviews. Zenith Passage, you're amazing. And if you guys are looking for something that'll get your goat, even if you don't like metal, that gets your goat. It's heavy and in the right ways. Number 4 is Revocation, Diabolic Majesty, another single.
I haven't listened to those
really
yet.
good. And again, the band reminds me of a lot of bands, and I'm going to say this a lot, and that's okay. It's one of my things is like I'm just cool with it now. Keeping it going. 3, Decapitated, Cancer Culture. The whole album. Yeah. And by the way, I want these guys to interrupt and be like, no.
Well, you're moving right along. I thought you were going to talk more about each one of them.
And we can. I just feel like this one is like, oh, you're currently listening to it. Did this change your life? No.
I'll just say I haven't listened to this at all yet.
Oh, okay.
You were telling me that you were listening to it, and I was like, I don't really care. And you've told me over and over that it's really good. I haven't listened to it yet.
And again, with that, I think Decapitated were definitely innovators, and I feel like this has the groove that Vitek, who was a drummer that passed away, Vitek would approve of. This sounds like what he would make in drums.
Really?
Yes, for sure. And it's got a groove that is different.
Who's playing drums on it now?
I don't know. I should have looked that up. I'm sorry. But really, whoever you are, you're badass. Maybe it's fake drums. Who knows? You know. That's
what if it sounds good? Then fuck.
Yeah. And again, a lot of people write with fake drums. So like, let's just say Vogue, the guitar player who is the band, basically could have said, "I'm just going to write the drums," and then got a drummer. Later,
I feel like he was. I don't know, man. Like the longer and longer it exists, it feels like it's like more things are taken out of his hands, and it's like a lot of the vocalist.
Okay.
Because the shit that I don't know, the newest one you were talking about. the newest one. No, I was gonna elaborate. I don't know. The newest stuff just seems so like the lyrical themes and the shit. It just seems so kind of like.
Well, you told me you listened to one song last time.
I did.
Right?
Yeah, I had heard.
So it's really hard for you to say anything. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to josh.
I don't know, but I feel like I can get a pretty good
feel
visual of what that band is now compared to what they were in 2004.
Well, when I listened to the album, which I listened to
Fuck.
3 times in a row, when I was working out, I was like, oh, I get why they did that song. You see what I'm saying? It was like, oh, because this song was so fucking technical that you got to kind of slow her down.
I was looking to see who plays drums on it now.
And they did a great job. So, Archaic Labyrinth of the Hungry, which is, I don't know. Labyrinth of Hungry Ghosts.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Labyrinth of the Hungry. Anyway,
I remember
Labyrinth
that title because they
Ghosts.
made a Pac-Man themed T-shirt.
I hope it was
with
silly.
the album. Yeah, it looked like the album cover, but it's Pac-Man.
Yeah. Okay.
And that plays off
and
the title.
I just showed you one of the songs off that, which was very old school Archaic.
Yeah, I have to go back and listen to that stuff
fucking
again.
Awesome.
And
then my number one, I guess, that I've been listening to most is because that's what I did, guys. I just kind of like went through like what I've listened to most this past month.
That's what I'm looking at.
And Surreption Jord for sure. Got my gourd.
Yord.
Surreption Jord. Jord. Even though it's a J, you idiot.
It's Swedish.
And I met them Swedes, and I'm going to tell you what, they were super freaking nice to me, and I got to play on a show with them, and it was a cream dream. And I just want to say that your album actually sounds like Anton Sweden again, who was their guitar player.
Is he not in the... I thought he was in the band again.
If he is, that makes sense. You might want to look that up for me too, because I did not.
No, I'm not going to look that up.
Okay. and by the way, if he wrote that song and played on it,
it would make sense.
I have an ear like a motherfucker, because guess what? He has a different feel, and he might be on another list if we get to it. But anyway, the point is that's my top 5. What I've been listening to. Which guy want to go first here? Which beautiful man?
Go ahead.
Top 5 that I've been listening to recently. Okay. Well, I'm fucking love the Midnight. Always have since I fucking heard them. They have 3 new singles and they keep dropping them. Obviously, like it's the smart way of doing it nowadays. It's like almost drop each song on the album on Spotify, then release the whole album. So like there's so many fucking listens before the album's even all the way out.
Yep. The waterfall method.
Yes, and it fucking works. So the latest one's called Avalanche, but like the 3 songs is Avalanche, Heartbeat, and Change Your Heart or Die, and I fucking love all 3 of them. Like there's, I don't know, just the Midnight's catchy, man, and it's not, obviously it's not metal, it's
synthwave. It's synthwave with really good vocals.
Yeah,
and
dude,
you made like everybody else have to do that.
like
they were really fucking smart. It's also annoying because like I run into a lot of people that are like, you like Midnight? Like, yeah, it's like I listened to Midnight before they had
like
vocalists and stuff when I was getting really into synthwave. So I'm like trying not to be that guy where I'm like, I listened to them before anybody knew them.
Right.
But like, there's so much of that stuff out there. It just doesn't have vocals, and so people like ignore a lot.
Well, that's again like we were talking earlier, where you could just pick a fucking song, and just come across all this random awesome like with no vocals, like that synthwave stuff, and it's fucking fantastic. I love it all. Like
I have a synthwave album on my list.
Yeah. Oh yes, fuck yeah.
All right, tease and bit.
But again, I was listening to Gunship, Dark All Day. Like
always.
It's fucking awesome. And then there was a remix version of I guess it wasn't even an album, it would be considered a single, but it's a remixed version of Dark All Day, and it's called the Power Glove remix.
Yeah, it's good.
It's fucking awesome.
It's not as good,
but it's still fucking cool. Yeah. And like I was jamming the fuck out of that yesterday before my wrestling show.
Hell yeah.
This one you guys aren't gonna like because you're gonna talk shit. Because I don't always listen to the heaviest of metal music.
Hey, motherfucker! Again, I have a synthwave album on my list.
I was listening to almost a screamo band, basically.
What is it?
Ice Nine Kills.
Oh, he's fucking. Look at his hat. He's got wig. He's
so.
I hear people make fun of that shit all the time, but I've never heard it.
All right, so they write albums. Well, their last two albums are like what's called the Silver Scream, and the Silver Scream 2 is called Welcome to Horrorwood, and I fucking love the whole album. Like
love the gimmick.
I do love the gimmick as well.
What is it? I always thought it was like new metal, kind of like rap.
No.
It does sound like that. With that, the band name sounds like it would.
It sounds like they would rap, but he doesn't at all.
I feel like somebody described it like that.
No, he doesn't rap at all, actually. He's got like the screamo vocals and stuff.
Screamo.
But they did a song with Corpse Grinder on this album called "Take Your Pick," and it's about
that motherfucker does songs with everybody.
But it's about this one's about.
He's super
if you
nice.
guys want to pay me a bunch, I'll do.
But again, all right. So they write songs about horror movies.
Yep.
Take Your Pick is about My Bloody Valentine because he uses a pickaxe.
Yeah.
So all right, so the Hip to Be Scared one is about American Psycho.
I like that.
And he kills Jacoby Shaddix or whatever from fucking Papa Roach.
Nice.
And he's Paul.
Oh.
So he's talking about, he's like, do you listen to Ice Nine Kills? And he's like, not really. He was like, well, their first album was a little too he's like, a little too seen for me. But anyways, like, he fucking kills him. But whatever. Anyways, I fucking love this album. I love the fucking Silver Screen Part 1 as well. So that's my second one.
Yeah.
So there's 3. What else was it? Oh, Anthrax's XL, which is 40 years of Anthrax. It's fucking live, but like it doesn't sound like it's live in front of people. It's weird.
Studio.
Yeah. So like, and they changed all right, so Keep It in the Family, they had some racist shit in that song, but he's talking about racists. So he changes like the words that he said in the song that they actually use the N-word in the song, but he's like, if you think like this, so and so. So he doesn't even say that word at all anymore. I was like listening to it, I was like, is he gonna say it? Nope, he completely changed all the fucking lyrics right there.
It can be. It doesn't matter anymore. Like it can be good intentioned, and it's not good.
Yeah, exactly. So
you may as well just.
So like he just completely changed it. Yeah. Which, hey man, fucking more power to him. The fact that I think they have this new blood, and that latest album that they recorded was really fucking good. And it's the guy from Shadows Fall. What's his name?
Brian Fair.
Is it? I don't think it's Brian Fair.
The guy with the dreadlocks.
No, that's the singer.
I know.
I meant like the guitarist. The guitarist that plays with them now. He's been in Anthrax for like years now.
Scott Ian?
No. The guitarist from Shadows Fall.
Oh.
Who's playing with Anthrax now.
Sorry, that third edible's kicking in.
Is it Bittner or is that the drummer?
That's the drummer.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, they have Youngblood, think about it, who grew up listening to Anthrax and now he's helping write fucking music. So that's cool. And their latest album was like I don't know, Eagle Blood something, whatever the fuck. But like that album was really cool. They had some really good fucking songs on that. They were really catchy. So wait, what else am I listening to? Oh, I fucking recently I did a job for Mike and I fucking jammed the whole album of Master of Puppets twice.
Nice.
And
what? Who?
By who? By who? What album? What? I mean, like, not everyone else in the whole fucking world's doing it also. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not just falling into that gap.
It's cool, though. I mean, it's like, the whole this shit's annoying. Like, Master of Puppets is really fucking cool. Like, of course, people are going to jam it.
Right.
Like, when I was 14 and I heard it, it was really cool. It just didn't stick with me like death metal did.
Right.
Hearing them both at the same time.
So, like, if
when
you
I
go
was 14 and I covered it, I sounded like a little girl. Grown men masturbated to my voice.
Brother, fucked up. That's fucked. That's fucked up.
No, I can't blame anybody for listening to like the first 5 or 6 albums of Metallica or whatever. It's cool.
My thing is, I'm only hoping these kids who are just now discovering that music, like Metallica from the 80s, are going to go down that rabbit hole that we all fucking did.
Who cares? They may or they may not.
No, they are.
That's I hear people say that all the time too, and it's like, what does it matter?
Right.
Because like, first of all, like, kids that are 14 now are bombarded with literally every single fucking band that's ever existed.
Yeah,
may as well be. Compared to us,
right?
You know, not everybody has an attention span nowadays where you can sit and listen to an album.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, a whole album.
And that changes things.
Yeah, that's true.
They already forgot.
You're right.
No,
exactly.
for real. That's right. Well, I mean,
so what were we watching?
So I feel like that the whole worry is like, oh well, you know, will they essentially go down the right path of like
listening
metal,
to music,
right? Because everybody wants to indoctrinate kids in metal like Christians do.
I mean, I
bitch about Christians.
I'm not gonna lie. I fucking almost forced it upon my son when he's in my truck.
Oh, you fucking indoctrinate!
I'm kidding.
Of shit.
I'm kidding. Because
how dare you?
Because I listen to the Midnight with my son and he fucking loves them also.
Oh man!
I feel like some people are just born in dissonance. And
I would worry if he asks to get a synth, though.
Yeah.
Maybe
fuck that. I'll let him be
instead.
a synth player.
Get him a gun instead. Get him an AR-15 instead of a synth. He's just going to turn into a weirdo if he starts playing synth.
Wow.
He's going to have one sitting down in his basement for years.
Speaking of Lyndon, what is your top 5 current?
Oh, cool. I forgot.
Hey, he fucking wrote his down. I actually had to look at my phone and shit.
I don't know if I can go in order. Okay, so fucking first thing was like what I've still been stuck on for like months, probably since May. Is this band called Obsequii, and they're from Well, what the fuck? I
have to laugh at that.
Obsequii. It's a band from Washington State. I think it's Seattle, but they're like super like medieval kind of folk metal. It's very, very like quiet metal. I don't know how to explain it. It's like kind of like if Opeth, like Damnation, if that was louder and a little more aggressive, but very like they play
still laid
really,
back.
Yeah. It's really man, it's amazing. But they have an album called Psalms of Sorrowed Kings that I've been listening to still, and I got a really cool fucking vinyl of it, and I got their first album that's really cool too. And then that that's probably their number one still. Then this other band called Necromantheon, and that's Necro with a K. Fuck. It's
sounds
like
familiar.
Yeah, I probably posted.
Oh, you did.
Oh, I think you sent it to us,
like
right?
It's like the most evil fucking shit I've ever listened to. I don't know how to explain it. It's like when I listen to it, I'm like, oh, this is like what old guys think Slayer still sounds like.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It's like if I was a little kid, this would be Slayer for me if I were to hear this.
Like when what's his name? That stand up Jim Brewer is like.
Release the Slayer fans.
Yeah, I like this last one, YouTube. Oh my god, he released on YouTube. I can't even believe it's still on YouTube. His whole set.
Jim Brewer? No, I haven't seen his latest one.
Oh my god, you're gonna love it.
All right, back to Landers.
Anyways, I don't remember where they're from or anything. They're really cool though. I have one of their tapes. It's not really cool. But then, what I was listening to on the way up here, and I've still been stuck on it, is the newest Kavinsky. And that's essentially just a bunch of like synthwave pop songs.
Fantastic!
It's so good. Yeah,
I'll have to put that in my fucking phone. Show me this a while back, I think.
And it's got like that. You know that song that David Guetta? David. That song Cameo. Have you heard this?
I don't even think I've heard that song.
Yeah,
is it on the radio? I don't know.
I'll send it to you.
Again, I'm not even up to date on like regular pop music whatsoever. So like,
I don't even know if I
sometimes
pop music. By the way,
I haven't worked in a kitchen in so long. I don't know what.
Yeah, that's what you end up fucking. Yeah, dude, that's when you're fucking stuck with it. When you're working
Joe's for 6 years, and I was like, I knew what the number one pop song was. Oh man,
hold on, sing it to me again. I might know.
I'm not gonna sing.
Come on, baby.
I can't.
Come on, right. Kavinsky.
I'll send it to the group.
Yes,
group
yes,
chat.
please.
And then Oh, this fucking crazy ass thrash band called Fusion Bomb.
Yeah, dude, you sent that to us too.
Did I send that
and
to you?
that shit is fucking rad,
dude. That concrete jungle.
Dude,
like,
it's cool.
Oh, so much fucking fun.
What'd you say it was like municipal waste meets, I can't remember how you described
I don't
them.
remember either.
But it was like dead on. How you, I was like, oh, that's exactly what that sounds like.
It's heavy as fuck, like really, really good bass tone.
Yeah.
Like that's what the craziest thing about like
Really
modern
good
thrash
production
right now.
altogether.
The bass tone is retarded.
Well,
good.
that's because they are making up for injustice.
Yeah, pretty much. If anything, if nobody else did this, wow, this album would work as that. That I've been listening to, and then like the fifth one is like a split, so it's technically two bands, but it's a split that I got on cassette. And it's this band from Texas called Terminal Nation, and it's like super. Well, I was talking last week about like Body Box, like fucking super hardcore, like death metal.
Yeah,
they're another band like that. They're called Terminal Nation.
Sweet,
fucking super stompy, like yelling, fucking. But it's death metal.
That's it's like fucking, punk but metal.
Yeah,
right?
It's like punk
they're death metal.
Like all the videos of them playing live are like in a garage. And it's fucking
awesome.
sweaty as shit. It's sweaty death metal. And then, but they do a split with I think the band is from Japan, but they're called Cruelty. It's with a K, like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
But that whole split, those two bands together, it's just like if you took all of the technical and solo-y parts out of Morbid Angel. And made it a little more hardcore. That's like the level.
Okay, that sounds
heavy
fucking
to like
cool,
this
though.
entire split.
Yeah.
And the split is I had it up and then I forgot. The Ruination of Imperialism. Oh, it's fucking so
That is
mean.
okay.
Dude, it's the meanest shit. I'll send this to
Yes, send that too. I need
yeah.
I like all right, so I love that we have this balance of like shit that you want to like beat the fuck out of somebody to, and then you're like, okay, no, I can just dance now.
Oh, dude, like, yeah, convinced. So, like, yeah, that's the funniest thing about this
No,
list.
that's called West 2nd Street. We've talked about it several times.
Oh, yeah, all of
the
these.
West 2nd Street living room still reverberates.
All, like, I can only imagine.
Did I not say this to you? She will not let us leave.
Dude, if we just wake up.
Oh my god.
What if we all just wake up in the West 2nd Street living room?
That'd be fucked up.
And like the whole last 10 years just did not happen.
Did I tell you when?
Wait, you had that dream too?
No, that's what happened when I died. We all woke up in the living room. Anyway, steamroller.
Oh my god.
But no, like
one more for Lance.
No, that was it.
That's
all
fine.
fine. I was gonna say that like
Cinco.
my list is very much like Obsequii is like it's like incredibly like peaceful, like sort of majestic.
Like you described it as like Opeth Nation.
Yeah. And then the middle is Kavinsky, and it's just really upbeat kind of. There's like a handful of songs on that album.
Probably just want to dance to.
Daily. Oh, yeah. Very. When you hear it,
you're in the kitchen, cooking.
Yeah. Oh, no, ask Emily. That's 100% what happens. Like, I have a Bluetooth speaker in the
love it.
You said you didn't work in a kitchen. I talked to Emily earlier. She's like, the bitch does for me.
Yeah, it's true. And I love it. Like, absolutely.
Hey, man, first off, I'll say this. My favorite thing is when I cook something and I hand it to somebody and they eat it and they're like, damn, that's fucking good. That feeling that you get, you're like, fuck yeah, fucking knew that shit was going to be good.
I feel it in the balls. I feel it in my balls.
It's like you get that almost like a kind of adrenaline rush. It's like, man, I'm fucking good at what I do.
Dude, I feel it right in the neck.
I don't even know.
Ace Ventura. Sorry.
When I smoke a pork shoulder.
Got it.
Dude, when I make pulled pork and you fucking pull.
Oh man, pulled pork.
Fucking like 9-pound brick.
Yeah.
Of flesh off, right? And you fucking like peel the fucking foil off of it, and then you gotta let it sit for like an hour just so it can like all the juice can go back into it and shit.
Right.
You just gotta stare at it.
God, look at that thing.
My whole apartment just smells like pork. Oh. Like the saltiest pork, you can ever in your life.
I want to pull my pork.
And
I was thinking about it.
And like so like the pork shoulder's got the shoulder blade and it's the only bone. And when you smoke this shit for 13 hours, and you let it sit, and you go and you can just grab that bone and just pull it out.
He just conquers the bone.
Yeah, and fucking shove it up my ass. BONE-apetite!
Boned.
Oh, God. That's it. Under the way he said it, BONE-apetite. Holy fuck.
Fucker.
Anyway, so yeah, cooking's awesome.
Dude,
By
it
the
feels
way, I'm
good.
going to tell you, brothers, the 10th episode was epic, and I'm going to let you know that we're going to do 20.
We still don't know what we're going to do.
Well, again, you might want to bring some pulled pork, brother.
Oh, my God, dude.
Fucking
But I don't.
hard.
I don't have time.
Well, yeah, he doesn't have time to smoke
I
it and
have
stuff.
to smoke stuff on Mondays because Emily gets up early and goes to work, and I have all day to get everything ready and fucking smoke.
You can just say you can't do it.
like
you don't have to
Mondays.
tell us the whole thing.
No, I actually enjoyed the reason when he does and when he plans it out, because like anybody who actually has to prepare something like that, they're like, this is the reason and how I do it and why I do it.
You plan your whole day around like ribs. I will even do that, but ribs are only like a 5 to 6 hour process. But like a pork butt, dude, that's getting up at 6 a.m. just to like get it out and get it seasoned and shit and like get the grill going and all that. It's got to be on by 7.
Damn.
And like then it's going to be on for 12, maybe 13 hours. So it's going to be like, oh fuck yeah, 8 p.m.
Dude, that's all day.
But you got other shit you got to do in between. You know, I got to like flavor inject it and stuff. Like
Smart moves.
Amazing though.
So,
But again, therapeutic, because once you watch somebody enjoy what you've done,
dude.
oh, amazing.
Yeah.
pull that pork.
Fuck yeah. Your turn, buddy.
I want to tell you what. We are on a roll with this, and I do like that. We quick rolled that for most people because, to be honest with you, like, if you're listening to it currently, that didn't change your life, man.
No. I mean,
albums of all time.
well, that's a different, and that's hard.
really
That's hard to me,
hard to
dude.
do.
I would literally have to like sit and think about that for a long time. I could just name off. Do you really think? Could you name off 5 albums?
Me and Dan did it on our YouTube.
You've already done it.
Go to the Fitlord YouTube and watch that.
Oh,
instead.
fuck, I do.
Oh, shit.
We did a top 5 favorite albums of all time, and I thought about it for like a day.
Well, yeah,
And I probably wouldn't even make the same list now.
yeah, it'd be completely different.
Yeah.
Like it changes every time, you know.
Yeah,
Everything changes.
Are we not doing that then? I just wrote a list and I go, yeah, I probably want to correct that. You know, as soon as I listen to it, I'm like, oh, I forgot that.
yeah.
And I'm just saying, here's the best way to describe it. These are albums that you've listened to the first time you listened to, and you've never stopped for literally years. Okay?
Yeah.
Not just like something that you're like, oh, I love that. And again, we can do so many of those.
Right.
Like, I love it. But like, did you continuously, like, this is the barometer that I'm looking for.
I mean, I could name a handful.
I think I could do 2.
Listen to this.
I could do 2
for at least
for sure.
more than 10 years, and you have at least had to like once a month, like for at least 10 years. And I have them like the ones I've listened to once a month for at least 10 years. Maybe it's in good times, maybe it's in bad times. Both music helps you through the goods and the bads. It's like everything, I guess is the best word. So for me, best albums of all time that I've been listening to for more than 10 years. Number 5 is Martyr Warp Zone. Now, I've mentioned this on the podcast, so I don't have to go into the band, but that band to me, especially a guitar player singer, is just, it's the best in my opinion. And again, it got me through a lot of rough times, that album. And it was mainly because it's inspirational to me, because the writing is so good. And I don't know if you guys want to comment as we go through, or just kind of just.
Oh, I'm just listening to you go.
All right, yeah.
And I mean, like, I could speak on Martyr a little bit, but Martyr, that band just kind of led me to listen to other things that I enjoyed more.
Like people called it progressive, but to me, I just think it was just brilliantly written. Obviously metal, but
it typically counts as progressive.
But
it's very groundbreaking for metal.
I think what it was to me was like, hey, this guitar player can play stuff that like people I know can't play. And
I mean, I would also call them. They were like modern Voivod. You know,
right?
And just didn't stick around long, and then now he plays for Voivod.
He plays for Voivod, so that actually is a good comparison. Number 4 for me, this is like really hard too. By the way, when you get into the top 5, because you want to like start sticking something else next to it, and you're like, no, that's not the top 5. Cynic Focus. Even, you know, again, a lot of people say there's a remastered version. Yes, there is. I still listen to the old one, and I don't know what it is. I know the production's obviously better in the new remastered version. But to me, there's just like something that just speaks to my soul about that album. There's parts that I guess the best way to say it without... Yeah, I'm going to sound like a pussy. I want to cry to it sometimes. It makes you fucking, for me, as a musician, go, oh my God, I wish I created that. How the fuck did they do? And it was just perfect musicians at the time meeting and making, to me, a perfect album, every single song. And by the way, every another requirement for this is that it's an actual full album, kids. Not just
full album.
And that's
what makes it tough.
All the way through, you have to love the story. You don't just like it; you love the story. You love it so much. I have to listen to the next song. I have to listen to it, even though you've done it a million times. So, keeping it going, obviously. And this is where I did write other albums, but for me, number 3 is Pantera, Cowboys from Hell. Because I still to this day listen to that, and I think there was just an energy about it, I guess is the best word, that reminds me of me when I was younger, especially like, you know, just feeling this weird confidence I shouldn't have had because I'm a long-haired idiot. But Cowboys from Hell for some reason, and then I slash Vulgar because Vulgar and Cowboys are so goddamn similar to me, but Cowboys from Hell will take that spot. And I
mix them up. I mix them up.
Yeah, and I get it. I mean, but Vulgar's fucking amazing. Anyway, so for me, also number 2, and then this kind of sucks because there's 2 albums from this band that I love at the same time. But I say Texture's Polars was huge for me.
Yeah, we used to jam that shit all the fucking time, dude.
Wait, you showed me them right after you found them.
It's still, it's what like
we all found Textures at like the same time.
When you go to the fucking gym, you want a fucking album from top to bottom that kicks you in the fucking balls and makes you want to go. That's an album right there.
I still go to the gym and listen to this, you know, and it's been, I don't even know how many years since 2004. But, you know, Textures also ushered in something different to me, which was like the heavy Meshuggah side of things mixed with a guy. Well, at the time they had a screamer and they had the whole band sang. So it was really cool to hear like choruses and that. And that's why close second, and you guys can do this too, is their album Silhouettes. And I'm not sure exactly if that was the album after that. I'm like kind of in the dark about that right now, Lance.
You know, Polars and then Drawing Circles.
And that
was the first album with Eric Kalsbeek.
Yes, but Silhouettes, I think, is where he really found it.
Yeah,
it's Silhouettes one of my favorite albums
on my
of all
list.
Time.
I have that.
And again, I guess we'll do close mentions because honestly, a lot can be on the top 5 list. But for as far as the requirements that I said, and I own this basement. You have to have listened to this. I mean, at least every month since you heard it, man, because that's your favorite shit. And I know we listen to a lot of shit and we go through phases, but I go through phases and I still pull out, especially number 1 for me, Meshuggah Chaos Fear. I still pull it out. I go to the fucking gym and I go, man, and there's a remastered version of that too. And I like it, but it just doesn't. I fucking hate ride cymbals. Unless it's for a specific purpose. And there's a lot of ride cymbal on the original Chaos Fear. There's some. It's not like a lot. And the remaster basically just took that out. And I was like, oh, I'd like this better. But there's just something raw and nasty about the original basically the guy who engineered it had a vision, and I get it. The band had a vision, and that album to me is the heaviest album you could ever hear.
At one point, I would have said it was my favorite metal album ever.
Nice,
for sure.
So I'm glad that these
I don't think I'm there anymore,
agree.
but
yeah, and again,
I love Chaos Fear. I fucking got the I have it on vinyl. They re-released a vinyl version of it.
Is it the remastered version?
It probably is the remastered version. I would assume.
Well, if you don't hear a ride cymbal, that's the remastered.
Honestly, I wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
If I was hearing a ride cymbal or not.
I might be screwed, actually. I don't think they... Anyway, I would just say those 5 I've listened to for at least more than 15 years, and they get my fucking goat, man. They get me pumped. They get me juiced. And I'm going to tell you what. These guys 100% agree. They do the same for them. Shuggy, what's your list, brother?
All right, so again, I was a lot more into like the metalcore and hardcore shit. So the first one, this one's you guys are gonna be like, oh, what the fuck? Bleeding Through, This Is Love, This Is Murderous. I fucking, to this day, I still love that fucking album.
Yes.
And the singer was doing a lot of like Phil stuff. There were times where he sounded like Phil even.
To be honest, I can't remember what Bleeding Through sounded like ever.
But they were a metalcore band, but they didn't always do like the strict formula, and they had a synth player, and then sometimes they would have blast beats in the middle of like a song. Be like, what the fuck is this? Is completely different.
Early metalcore,
yeah.
Really.
Like they were like
it was like a proto metalcore.
They were one of the originators, honestly.
It was like nu metal had been dead for quite a few years.
Yeah,
and because it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't follow that typical formula. But I mean, I would drop it into that category.
Yeah, no, definitely. But like they were like a band that had a synth player, and like I said, they like random blast beats, and then they would go into like some real heavy shit sometimes. Like, what the fuck? This doesn't sound like anything else that they're being grouped into. But also, they still had really cool, clean vocals. I thought at the time, but like a lot of bands. I mean, obviously, it was still being done through who I'm going to talk about later on in the list. But yes, it's one of those albums that like fucking change things. I wonder who it is.
Lyndon's face.
But
I don't know.
Yeah, right. So
Spaghetti Jones.
Yeah, that's it. Second would be Shadows Fall of One Blood. That album fucking changed me in a way of like, just like it took me down the road of like, because I was progressing into death metal kind of like they were like doing really fast, like it was thrash, but like it was still metalcore and stuff, but like it progressed me into like going into the heavier shit. But that album,
Same
that album was fucking amazing, man.
Well, no, I was already listening to more.
Well, you were,
yeah.
But like, so that progressed me. Third, Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power.
Nice.
Fucking just that shit to this day. I'll fucking turn that on and it's like gets the blood going, man. Like for real. Like Hold Your Mouth for War. Fucking like.
So I'm glad you said that because obviously I said that as well for number 3, and I will say also though, the only reason why Cowboys beats it for me is just because of the energy.
Yeah, it was a lot. Oh yeah, they were young.
Because I was young when I first got into it, and I go, "Oh my god!" And obviously, I first heard 101 Proof, so I'm hearing somebody go, just screaming, not somebody singing. But when I got like, "Holy shit, Cowboys from Hell" is their album, and you hear them sing, and you're like, "Oh!" And then you watch Pantera.
It's funny because I had fucking 101 Proof before I bought the rest of their other albums too. So like that's how I progressed with them as well.
I was listening on the bus because of Derek fucking Aarons, you son of a bitch.
That's funny.
Good.
All right. The next one, I'll take that. Yeah. Will be Killswitch Engage, The End of Heartache, because when that album came out, it leaked. And we fucking we knew all the words to that fucking like the whole fucking album. And when we saw him at QC Live, I think the album had dropped maybe a week before.
Yeah, there's no way you guys were gonna know, basically, like what the lyrics were.
No, not within that time frame.
Right?
No fucking way.
Yeah.
And the fact that like Howard still stuck the microphone in like our faces like fucking the whole time.
Shug said that, but I don't know the lyrics to anybody thing. I just go,
You're such a lying fuck. You're a lying ass motherfucker.
I just scream shit, bro.
But
I got
no, dude. Like I lost my voice at QC Live, and the fact that like right before they fucking blew up, become a Grammy-nominated fucking band, they played at QC Live in front of like 50
my
people.
voice was tip-top Magoo at that point, so literally didn't lose shit.
But yeah, dude, that album, like I said, it leaked in like the first time I heard the title track, "The End of Heartache." Like that song gave me fucking goosebumps.
Yeah,
and like I was like, dude, that fucking song is so fucking awesome, and like it just stuck with me, and I remember jamming that album driving home shortly after getting my license, driving home from Buffalo and just fucking jamming that album. Just like, fuck, this is so good, so amazing.
I listened to it for the first time with you at like Craig's house.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah,
makes sense.
After school, fucking hanging out at Craig's
one of my
house
honorable
Kill Switch.
But like, I bet they all thought I was just a big pussy because like they're into like other heavy shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, sort of. What, like Iced Earth?
Well, no, that is. I mean, he sings Children of Bodom. Yeah,
I mean, I think Kill Switch was heavy.
Dude, a lot of that, dude.
The End of Heartache is a heavy fucking album,
dude,
like heavy wise.
Yes, it is.
Come on,
Bid Farewell. That fucking song kicks, bro. It makes you want to fuck somebody up.
An honorable mention for me was going to be Alive or Just Breathing, but
that's my number one.
Yeah, the production's too shitty. I don't know. Like I would still put End of Heartache
over. Alive or Just Breathing.
Listen to.
You're not wrong, but I guess it's like a sweet
objectively
spot.
Speaking, I think Alive or Just Breathing is better.
Like that fucking
but
album.
End of Heartache, I'm usually gonna pick over it because it sounds so fucking fat.
Yeah, dude, it's huge. It's just fucking huge.
Yeah, they got a little bit of budget there.
Right. So, Alive or Just. Alive or Just Breathing is my number one because it is still an album I'll go to. Like, it'll still just get me, man. From fucking top to bottom. I'm not going to just listen to one fucking song. I'm going to fucking start it.
Whenever the time approaches to listen to music.
Yeah. The time approaches. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, like, just in the fact that, like, I don't know, just Barely Breathing, like, that fucking song. Like, that song. Like the fact that I've never seen them do that live, and like I want to see them do that live so fucking bad. And then they recorded, yeah, dude. The whole album just fucking, dude. It's so, dude. That album's fucking awesome. And like, what was like Phil Labonte said that like Alive or Just Breathing changed metal music. Like,
yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah,
at least, I mean, it a really, decent amount.
It really made people go, well, fuck, I should become a good singer. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but Jesse's like, man, I fucking suck.
Yeah, but he would blow his vocal cords out all the fucking time because he had no technique.
Yeah.
But like,
technique's key.
But like, dude, the album just fucking killer, dude. Like, all right, I would almost, like, without getting the name tattooed on me, I would get that album cover tattooed on me. Like, that's how much that album means to me, personally.
You should do it about 2 inches big, though.
Yeah, real tiny. Real tiny. No, fuck it.
Behind your ear.
Yeah, right. No, yeah. You know what? Hey, fuck it. I will. I would fucking do it. If somebody could really do an album cover this fucking big tattooed on my ear.
That's the thing is,
behind my ear.
One thing that always got me about Kill Switch, or maybe something that I've thought about more recently, I can't tell which one it is, but they're just, the band itself and the music itself is fucking awesome, but like I always hated their artwork. And in either like just like the theme,
it is the bass player he's talking shit about.
Yeah, the visual theme of the band is so.
What's his name, by the way?
It's just so generic. No, man, I'm sorry. It's just
oh fuck.
I don't remember his name. It doesn't matter. It's
Bass player
good. Like,
war.
it's cool. Like, I'm not saying he sucks. The style is so generic and just like, blah, like, because Killswitch it's all lyrics.
Guys.
Well, yeah, and like
the music is all the lyrics.
Cool thing about him is he'd be like,
that.
yeah, you're right.
So there's
Like,
not really...
He's not like an egotistical dude at all.
No.
He's like,
fuck
and
no.
maybe that's just like the death metal dude in me that needs the entire package to be...
yeah, but they're not
that kind
like
of
death
thing.
metal, you know?
I know. No, that's my point. Is
Yeah.
like my, automatically the way I grew to like things is everything is kind of a package together.
Right.
The artwork matches the lyrical themes and blah 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 blah. I don't know. And so yeah, I'm not saying that their artwork sucks and all that stuff, but it is very generic to me and just kind of like the least exciting thing about Killswitch Engage.
yeah, it would be there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, to me, well, I'm not saying that the artwork is amazing. It's just how much that album meant to me.
Oh yeah,
You know,
no,
like that's why.
I nothing bad to say,
But, like-
about any of it.
The art itself was so good on that album that
It's
the
cool looking
actual
cover.
artist that didn't continue, it literally still continued. That's pretty fucking impressive. That means like, the person, because it's hard to recreate a voice. Now again, do you just throw somebody in there random? They did, and it wasn't random. They knew Howard Jones, but Howard Jones
From Blood Has Been Shed.
Different story.
Blood Has Been Shed, by the way.
And that
album.
Yeah.
Is he doing that again?
No, but I wish, dude, because
Yeah.
that shit was fucking heavy, dude. Like that shit was like if you listen to it.
I know you had showed it to me before, but I don't remember what it sounds.
It's like definitely not like just cookie cutter fucking metalcore. Like that shit was like oh shit, there's a lot going on right now, especially with Justin on the drums too, because that's how Justin knew fucking Howard, because he was playing drums for Blood Has Been Shed. So
it's no Red Tide, but it's there.
Red Tide,
I always
yeah.
thought Aftershock sounded like the coolest one.
Aftershock,
Out of all their pre-bands,
dude,
like Aftershock sounded
what was
like
the
it was
fucking
heavy as
one?
well.
It was like
I
that's
never-
so fucking
I never
heavy,
got to hear
dude.
the full song. I've only ever heard what's on the documentary.
Dude, it's
like,
actually
that sounds so fucking.
It's on
heavy.
Spotify, bro.
Is it really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh!
And it's
I gotta
heavy as
fucking
fuck.
find it
It was
now.
Adam D's brother doing
Right.
vocals.
Yeah.
Lyndon, what do you think? It's your turn.
Oh yeah, shit. I forgot. Psychroptic. Observant.
yeah.
I think I got most of these right time wise. Yeah, Observant. I still listen to that. I don't know.
Gotta love
And
them
the new
Haley
Psychroptic's
riffs,
about
brother.
to come out, and anytime a new Psychroptic is about to come out, I'm listening to Observant.
Joe Haley, my man.
Yeah.
He's got
Just
feel.
doesn't-
Did you
Have
see
you
his
listened-
video? Like, hey, these are death metal riffs.
I don't think so.
You should check that
I don't
out
know.
because it's kind of cool because he's like fucking obviously brilliant.
Have you listened to his other band, Werewolves? Have you listened to that? It's fucking no, sorry, David Haley. That's David Haley. The drummer's other band.
Whoa, yeah.
Werewolves.
No,
is
I don't
fucking
think so.
Really cool.
Okay, I'll check that out.
But anyways, I still think that's still my favorite Psychroptic album of all time.
So you've been listening to that for years.
Yeah, since it came out.
And you're
pretty
like,
much
it's a
nonstop.
go-to. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's like absolutely no question.
Yeah.
Textures, silhouettes. These aren't in order, but I'm going to leave the last one as the definite number one.
Okay.
But textures, silhouettes, again, still. I think I might have lost
Lovely.
the CD to that, but I still have the case and I won't throw it away.
Is there a vinyl of that?
Probably, but I don't have any textures on vinyl.
Okay.
I don't know why I never thought to do it, but I don't know. Like I've always had them on CD, and I kind of always thought of that as like that production is so digital and like modern. I'm fine with just having it on CD, you know, because I have a way to listen to CDs in my living room and in my car, so it's I have a use for them.
Fuck yeah.
Hour of Penance.
Oh,
Fucking
wow.
remember Hour of Penance?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Dude, yeah. But they have an album called Sedition that came out actually as of 10 years this year, 2012. I still fucking jam that. I have that tattooed on my arm. The cover for Sedition.
fuck?
Yeah.
Love it.
Fucking. And yeah, definitely the last one. Or no, sorry, one more. Bolt Thrower, which is actually my favorite band of all time. But Honor, Valor, Pride. Yeah, well, yeah, it's not a band that you would have gotten into because they're very basic.
I get it.
Death metal.
I get it. I'm not like I've listened to it because I'm like, oh, Lyndon said that, so I got to kind of listen to it because I respect you. But,
there's nothing impressive about both for They're just fun.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
It had its place. They figured out that they no longer had their place. Like that kind of death metal was dumb and boring, so they just stopped doing it.
Yeah.
What's
all right? I'm over here like what the fuck was the name of that song? Sorry. I found it. For Those Who Kill. Aftershock. That's the fucking heavy band. Sorry. Keep going. Anyways. I hate when I'm like, fuck, I can't remember that
song. Last one's Obzen.
Oh, yeah. See, dude.
Number one?
I can't.
Number one.
Of all time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that.
Dude. I mean, oh my
god. Especially that bass riff.
Yeah.
When you Yeah. I tried to play it and I was retarded. I was like, nope.
Like, they'll never surpass that for me, you know? That's the only kind of thing with Meshuggah with me is I don't think I'll ever like anything more than Obzen when it comes to them. But and I have the fucking like a 2010 pressing, like a vinyl of that. That's pretty cool. But that's like my number one, like always go back to Obzen. It's like a palate cleanser. It's like I'm so sick of everything.
It's like a ginger root.
Yeah.
A palate cleanser.
I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to like elaborate on any of that though, because it's just.
I mean, it's really what gets
like Diamenta's in there somewhere too.
Okay.
Like but it's just like stuff that comes and goes. Like I don't listen to for years, but I go back and I remember all of it.
Yeah.
You know,
it's really more what have you been listening to since you've listened to that the first time, you know? And for me, those five, and like I said, there's honorable mentions, man. I think
that's just a nonstop. That's just a dead end conversation where you're just naming bands.
Oh yeah, I mean that could go on for fucking ever.
Like there's
we can conversate about bands. For
I mean,
yeah.
We could literally just say, hey, we're just going to talk about this band for 3 hours.
We probably could.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could talk about it.
3 hours. Yeah, probably not. Well, if we broke down each album
we can talk
and
about Bitlord.
3 hours.
One time I think Dan Freitag, right, and he was getting real.
Oh, so you just fucking here we go, just going these random long ass fucking stories.
We can talk about Bitlord. That's a band anyway.
Right.
So honorable mention for me, especially because there's so many of them. I just want to throw out X-Toll Synergy. I've already said it.
Oh, I can't believe that actually wasn't in your top 5.
That
honestly,
would have been 6. The reason for that is because I don't go back to that every month. You know, I don't like, oh man, I have to listen to this. But to me, that album did some different stuff that still I have not really heard. You know,
August 13th, Bitlord is playing in Menominee, Wisconsin at Zimmergy Brewing.
Yeah,
Brewing.
I found that.
Yeah. With like Coffin Rights and Glutton for Punishment. They're all really cool. And this band called Ancient Entities, they're fucking super dope. Like hella technical death metal shit. And then August 20th, we're in Chicago in Pilsen area with Oxygen Destroyer. Is that the Fallout? Formerly the Fallout is what it is.
Sweet.
Oxygen Destroyer and Texas Toast Chainsaw Massacre and Beyond Death, who is also fucking super cool. Beyond Death rules. And then that's it. Then we're not doing shit until the November-ish when we have a release show booked. I just haven't announced it yet.
Fuck yeah.
So that's it.
So this is where it's going to be like, holy fuck, I can't believe I've been doing this long. August 6th. SCW's 19th anniversary.
Wow.
Dude, that's only 19 years. It's only 19.
Only more than half my fucking life.
Almost 20 years, dude.
That's fucking insane, dude.
In a fucking barn. That's
dude,
cool.
Seriously, like, this is fucking crazy. And
19
then
years ago, I played outside of the barn in a fucking band, Cynical.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
So after that, I won't be on that show. But we have a show. I don't know which night I'll be on. We're doing 2 nights at Wake Brewing.
Yes.
The 19th and 20th. So I don't know which one of those I'll be on. And then the 27th at the Beer Stube. That's, yeah. So
Nice.
that's just for next month. And that's not it. Well, I'm not doing AEW's on a fucking Thursday, so I can't do that show. I had to like tell Danny, I was like, I can't miss 2 days of my shoot job. Like, I just can't do it.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's what I have going on.
Fucking awesome. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Definitely took shit. I like that somebody did talk shit, Lance, and said, tell Landers not to fucking talk shit about Limp Bizkit.
I didn't see.
Who was it?
I don't know who that is.
Well, did they say Landers? Did they say Landers?
They said Landers.
Okay, well, I mean, it's one of like 5 people.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like,
Maybe not.
Unless
Fuck, what
there's
did they say,
just some random ass that's listening to the show that's calling me that. Because
There's a lot of random ass.
because
but
we do.
anyway,
You call you Landers all the time.
yeah, and I'm going to say, though, obviously, like and subscribe and keep the comments going. Talk shit. I
Seriously.
like that. And on top of that, join the Patreon so that we can keep doing this. Guys, it's only $1. And again, I just want to say, too, if you have more than $1 to give a month, we have that option as well. I want to say, though, too, that for myself, I normally don't plug anything. Pretty soon I will have a new song. It's being mixed and mastered right now. And I'm going to start my solo project off in the best way. And I hope it's before episode 20. But if it's not, who gives a flying shit?
Is it going to be solo?
Yes. LOW, the new Backyard Wrestling. Anyway, and I hope that you guys like what you've seen. And if you don't, please leave a comment and tell everybody that Lyndon sucks because he likes Limp Bizkit.
Please do.
Because that he
Please
does
do
like
that.
them or
Yeah,
doesn't.
he likes them now because, like I said, he doesn't like them.
How
He's straight
fucking
up
dare you.
fucking reverse.
If anybody says that I like Limp Bizkit, I'll just fucking ignore you for the rest of your life.
All right, take it easy, take it sleazy.